Jim Carrey recently surfaced in Paris, and he looks and sounds like a completely different person. It's exactly what we witnessed with Kanye last year, and it makes you wonder, why is it that every time a high-profile figure starts speaking out against the industry, they suddenly reappear with a totally different look and demeanor? They seem to take back everything they previously stood for. So, who was that individual actually playing Jim Carrey at the 2026 César Awards?
Yeah, if they're telling you that there's no clones, the guy telling you is probably a fucking clone. At this point, I have no doubt that they've made human clones. They made dog clones. You can get your dog cloned. If your dog's going to die, you can get the DNA from your dog, get a puppy, and it'll be eerily similar to your dog. They think including some personality traits, which is just very bizarre, very Pet Cemetery.
Right.
But if they can do that, why can't they do that to people? They can't.
After months of staying completely off the radar, Jim Carrey just surfaced at the 2026 César Awards in Paris. And let me tell you, he looks like a different person. This is the first time Jim has been spotted in public since November of last year, and fans are in absolute shock at the transformation. It isn't just a new haircut, it's his entire vibe. His mannerisms, his skin, even the color of his eyes and the way he speaks. Everything about him has shifted. The wrinkles that once defined his face are gone, and his bone structure appears to have completely changed. It's left everyone asking, who was the person standing on that stage in Paris, and what happened to the Jim Carrey we used to know?
Bonjour.
Bonjour. How are you?
Oh, it's a wonderful feeling. I really took on a pretty big challenge trying to do my speech in French. So, I wrote it and I researched it and I practiced it like crazy. But, it's, then I watched everybody talking 1,000 miles an hour up there receiving their awards. And I was like, I'm dead.
Some fans are claiming that Jim Carrey simply got plastic surgery, but there's a major flaw in that logic. Plastic surgery doesn't change the color of your eyes. Even if you argue that he was wearing colored contacts and had a complete jaw reconstruction, the way this person spoke didn't match Jim Carrey at all. Think about it. For the last few years, Jim has been vocal about being fed up with the entertainment industry. He's mentioned multiple times that he was ready to walk away for good. He stopped showing up to award shows entirely, even going as far as to call them the most meaningless thing he could think of. So, why would the real Jim Carrey, the man who wanted out of the facade, suddenly fly to Paris to stand on a stage for the very thing he despised?
In the streets, you need a date to the party? What's up?
No. I'm doing just fine. I just, there's no meaning to any of this. So I wanted to find the most meaningless thing that I could come to and join, and here I am.
They're celebrating.
You got to admit it's completely meaningless.
Well, they say they're celebrating icons inside.
Celebrating
Do you believe
icons.
in
Boy,
icons?
that is just the absolute lowest aiming, possibility that we could come up with. It's like icons. Do you believe in icons? I don't believe in personalities. I don't believe that you exist, but there is a wonderful fragrance in the air.
You don't believe certain icons have the power to make change, to think differently, to be bold, to inspire others? Artistry? You're one of them.
On the good foot. Ha! Yeah. You shut it down now. Yeah, no, I don't believe in icons. I don't believe in personalities. I believe that peace lies beyond personality, beyond invention and disguise, beyond the red S that you wear on your chest that makes bullets bounce off. I believe that it's deeper than that. I believe we're a field of energy dancing for itself. And I don't care.
But Jim, you got really dressed up for the occasion. You look good.
No, I didn't get dressed up. I didn't get dressed up.
Who did?
There is no me.
There's no you.
No.
We're not here. This is a dream?
Take a look at this version of Jim Carrey and compare him to the man we just saw at the César Awards. These simply are not the same people. According to swirling rumors online, the Jim Carrey we grew up with has been replaced by a clone. For years, Jim has been sounding the alarm on the dark reality behind the scenes of the entertainment industry. Following Diddy's arrest, Jim didn't hold back. He exposed how humiliation rituals, cult-like behavior, and couch culture are still rampant across Hollywood. He was the industry's biggest whistleblower. This new version of him, however, is the exact opposite. He couldn't stop talking about how much he loved that very same industry. How does a man go from calling award shows meaningless to being their biggest fan?
There is a huge conspiracy theory about beloved Hollywood actor Jim Carrey right now because people are saying he's acting and looking very different. Did the Illuminati finally get their loudest whistleblower and clone him, thus silencing him? This is like two conspiracy theories in one, so here's everything you need to know.
I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower.
So yesterday, 64-year-old Jim Carrey received a Caesar Award in Paris, which is like a French Oscar. And he was just suspiciously acting out of character for the iconic Jim Carrey personality. And longtime fans also noticed he looked younger or very different. And for a lot of actors in Hollywood, that's the norm. He's 64. I support people getting work done. But a lot of conspiracy theorists who are really just diehard fans say normally Jim Carrey would never do this. His whole brand is drastically changing his facial expressions and melding his face into whatever he needs to do for his role. It's just the last person you would ever expect to do that. But what's really freaking people out and driving home the conspiracy theory is that his eyes are a completely different color now. They are green, but they used to be very obviously brown. Is it him? Is someone new under the mask? And Jim Carrey is infamous for his whole career long time, giving very powerful speeches against government corruption, against capitalism, against those in power.
As clips of Jim Carrey's appearance started going viral, fans immediately began theorizing that this was just a YouTuber or a prankster pulling a stunt. The name at the center of the storm was Alexis Stone, a world-renowned transformation artist who actually posted photos of a hyper-realistic Jim Carrey mask, seemingly claiming credit for the appearance. However, Stone later hinted that the situation was even more complex than a simple prank, leaving fans even more confused. Desperate for answers, people began digging into Jim's past interviews for clues. And what they found was chilling. In one of his older, more philosophical interviews, Jim actually revealed that he sometimes uses a body double. He spoke about the idea that Jim Carrey is just a character, a mask that can be worn by anyone. When you combine that admission with his sudden 180-degree turn from industry critic to industry darling, the question isn't just who was in Paris. It's where's the real Jim Carrey?
Now, we were talking about Jim's problem with the as he calls them, the stalkerazzi.
This is the
because
phrase that I've coined.
They stalk you. He coined that. He came up with that.
Yeah.
So how do you handle it? What is the solution? Because a lot of folks would be interested in this. What do you do?
I've done this a few times now, and it's using a decoy.
I'm sorry, a decoy?
Using a decoy. It sounds so ridiculous, but it works like a charm.
Like a double.
It's fantastic.
Like a Jim Carrey double.
A Jim Carrey double.
Oh, yeah, that's amazing.
So what I do is I send him off in one direction, sucks all the press in that direction, and I can just have my day. And
whatever you want to do.
Wherever I want, totally unmolested. It's fantastic.
Right.
And,
well, they say the best ideas are the simplest ones, and this really couldn't be more simple.
It really is amazing.
I'm sure it works.
Really works.
This wasn't just a simple body double or a clever prank. This felt different. Something much more sinister was at play. First of all, the real Jim Carrey was nowhere to be found. And secondly, this version of Jim was actively dismantling everything the original man stood for. In his past interviews, Jim didn't just hint at his disdain for the industry. He outright suggested that people were being controlled by the Illuminati. But now, he couldn't stop beaming about his love for acting and the very entertainment machine he once called a facade. Things got so bizarre that even other celebrities started spiraling. Megan Fox took to Instagram, commenting, "I can't handle any more stress right now. I need to know if this is real." The theories online are even darker. One viral tweet summed up the fear. Jim Carrey was once about peace, meditation, and disclosure. This interview is why he was replaced. They gave him a choice: prison for his girlfriend's overdose or total control. He chose cloning. But they killed him anyway and made him a hateful puppet.
Thank you for coming. What is that exactly? Is that a gang sign? Have you,
Oh, like you don't know what it is. You don't know what that is.
I have no idea.
You don't know. Jimmy Fallon doesn't know. David Letterman doesn't know.
We don't know.
All the comics and show business don't know what this is. Right? Yeah.
What is it?
Come on, Jimmy. Seriously, the time is up.
People are hip to this kind of stuff. I'm here tonight to blow the lid off it, to be the whistleblower. I'm sick and tired of the secrets and the lies. It is the secret symbol of the Illuminati, and you're a part of it, and it is the all-mocking tongue.
Oh, I like it. You can use a scraping.
It's the symbol of the all-mocking tongue. And I'm sick of it. I want everybody to be in on the joke, man. You know what I mean? For years now, talk show hosts, people on television, people in sitcoms have been hired by the government to throw you off the track, to distract you, to make you laugh and stuff like that, make you happy and docile so you don't know what's really going on. You know, when they get out there in the woods in a circle naked and they decide these things and, you know, and you know, look at them trying to...
This theory might sound like something out of a movie, but some of the biggest names in the industry have practically confirmed that this actually happens. Kanye West famously warned us. He literally said that if he ever returned to the public eye looking and talking differently, it wasn't him. And then we saw exactly that. It's the same playbook every single time. A celebrity becomes disillusioned by the fame and the money, and they start exposing the dark reality of what really goes on behind closed doors. Then, without warning, they vanish. They disappear from the public for months, only to resurface looking like a different person, and suddenly defending the very industry they used to despise. Just listen to what Kanye was saying right before he went dark. It's the exact same pattern we're seeing with Jim Carrey now.
It's like, we're going to take your money, we're going to block you, we're going to do this, we're going to take your life. Like a lot of, my life has been I wake up every day just surprised to be alive. Like, because of how many threats I got from political to, you know, Twitter commentary to all that, just like going through, just to be like, boom, I'm exposed because the first step to cleaning up some is like, people be like, man, there's some smell. It just smell like that. It's like, have you checked under that couch? But nobody want to lift up that couch. And when you go to lift up the couch, the whole industry is like, stay away from that couch. Yeah. We found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra, Canadian, intelligence.
He worked in the defense research and development in the Canadian military, essentially working on psyops in the Canadian military. This is Harley Pasternak.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me, and they when I asked them how much lithium did you want to put me on exactly, it took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears you. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah.
So look,
think back to how Kanye acted after his disappearance. We all remember the bizarre behavior with Bianca and the erratic shifts in his personality. Many believe those responsible for the clone were intentionally trying to torpedo Kanye's legacy. Suddenly, he was doing and saying things the old Kanye would have considered unthinkable. The industry successfully flipped the script. The man who was once praised as a visionary and a guide was rebranded as just another crazy guy. It's the perfect cover. By making these celebrities appear unstable or unrecognizable, the industry ensures that even if they do try to speak the truth, no one will believe them. They go from being insightful leaders to punchlines. And now, we're seeing that exact same transformation with Jim Carrey. The man who warned us about the meaningless nature of fame has returned as a polished, industry-loving puppet. Is this an evolution, or is it the final stage of a character assassination?
The real, not the phony. The phony would clone me. Just watch how they cloned me. Hey, look at me, saw me.
I was Ye, and then they started making more Yays.
I think Kanye is a clone. I wholeheartedly believe what I'm about to say. I think there are clones, and I'm going to tell you why. Remember, he was really talking a lot. The cabal didn't like that, you know? The Illuminati, the cabal, they did not like how much he was saying. He was calling a lot of people out, and he said, if I go away and I come back and I look different, that is not me.
If I ever went anywhere, we know why.
What the happened? He was gone.
He did that because he wanted to gain weight. I would do that too. I'm going to do that next summer.
Look at him. Compare old photos of him. It's not the same person. It's not. Don't cancel me, Hollywood.
How do you think that these people would hide that, Kristen? If somebody tried to clone you, I would scream it from the top of the mountains like that's not Kristen.
You literally will get.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I believe this with every ounce in my body.
The most telling part of this whole story is how Kanye suddenly agreed to go back on his medication. In his older interviews, Kanye was clear. He said they were trying to medicate him into silence, and he famously declared he would rather die than go back on those meds. But now, he's allegedly back on a regime, issuing public apologies to every industry figure he previously exposed. This is a 180-degree turn that nobody who knows Kanye's history ever expected to see. Fans are convinced this isn't the same man. One viral tweet captured the feeling perfectly. This is not Kanye. This is a clone. When he recently referred to himself as the new Jesus, I thought to myself, that's it. We've lost him. But I can't ignore what my eyes are showing me. This isn't him. Period. Fight me in the comments, but the evidence is right there.
I would rather be dead, not in jail. Because I'd rather be dead than to be on medication. No one from the family has taken any responsibility for my hospital visit, but if we were to go online, that's 50% of what people say at least. Or maybe, am I lying?
It doesn't matter.
Am I lying? It do matter! It does matter! It does matter!
What is wrong with you just said,
I have to finish the sentence.
It does matter!
It matters to us and you. It doesn't matter what the internet says. It matters what we think. Yay.
So what do you think? Did you have an effect on my mental health?
Yes. Yes. I'm saying yes. And I love you. I love you. I don't want you to be not perfect. I love you. And I want my daughter to love you the way you want her to love you.
The idea of clones being used by the entertainment industry is becoming an open secret. Every time a celebrity grows too powerful or too difficult for the industry to control, they seem to vanish, only to return as a completely different version of themselves. But now, the rumors have taken an even darker turn. There is growing speculation that Diddy isn't even the one serving his sentence. Fans have been meticulously analyzing public images of Diddy and comparing them to leaked photos from his cell at Fort Dix. The results are haunting. Many point out that the bone structure of the individual currently in custody looks nothing like the mogul we knew. It's leading many to ask, is the real Diddy actually behind bars, or is a substitute serving his time while the industry protects its own?
Diddy has a clone. Apparently there's this thing spreading around where people are saying that the person that's actually in jail is not the real Diddy. Let me catch you up to speed. This is a real photo of Diddy. Notice the markings on his face. They're very prominent, and they are from the real Diddy. However, in this mugshot right here, you do not see these markings at all. So people are claiming that whoever is in jail, allegedly, supposedly, is not the real Diddy. This photo always terrified me. There's just something off about this photo. To make matters even more weird, Diddy's private jet is still flying around as we speak and making stops in various locations around the world. Just a few days ago, his private jet was spotted at Auckland Airport, a spot normally reserved for private aircraft. This is from the account Celebrity Jets. They're actually tracking P. Diddy's private jet flight path. And this is when it was landing at New Zealand. And 2 days ago, it was at Honolulu, Hawaii. This is the actual private jet that Diddy owned. And you can see him getting off this private jet here. So
As for the real Diddy, some believe he never even made it to that jail cell. Flight records reveal that his private jet was in active use on the very day of his arrest, tracked flying directly toward the Caribbean islands. That was the last time the mogul was truly seen in public, and it's exactly when the whispers of a clone began to surface. Even Joe Rogan has touched on the idea that the elites utilize replacements to maintain their grip on the narrative. We're talking about one of the most successful and connected men in Hollywood history. Is it really that hard to believe a clone is currently serving his 50-month sentence at Fort Dix while the real Diddy is miles away? This is the explosive question at the center of the new documentary by Diddy's longtime rival, 50 Cent, and director Alexandria Stapleton. They're peeling back the curtain on the industry's darkest secrets, and once you see the evidence, you'll never look at these celebrity transformations.
Andrea Stapleton, how did you get that footage of Diddy?
I figured most journalists would not disclose their sources.
The documentary's most chilling reveal isn't just the public footage, it's the secret recordings of Diddy's private meetings with his legal team. These tapes, which his own lawyer allegedly didn't know existed, bypass public statements to expose Diddy's raw mindset and defense strategy. For many, this isn't a random leak. It's a strategic move to strip away his power before he even reaches court. By letting the world watch his persona crumble behind closed doors, the industry makes it easier for the public to accept a new narrative. That the man now serving time at Fort Dix is a broken, replaced version of the
With his
mogul we
legal
once knew.
team. Does he know y'all have this in the doc?
I would doubt he knows.
So when this airs, that'll be the first time that his legal team, Diddy, that everybody knows that this footage is now seeing the light of day.
Perhaps.
What was he intending to use it for?
I have no idea what he was doing that for.
I mean, you know, you're talking about a man who films himself doing everything and has for decades. I think he wanted someone to be behind the scenes with him.
Combs' legal team is firing back, calling the Netflix project a shameful hit piece built on stolen, unauthorized footage. While they've issued a cease and desist, director Alexandria Stapleton insists the clips were obtained legally. But the controversy doesn't stop with Diddy. Cat Williams has famously fueled the industry clone theory, claiming Jamie Foxx was replaced after his 2023 medical emergency. According to Williams, the new Jamie has been slipping up, pointing to a sudden appearance of freckles the original star never had, and a missing tattoo on the back of his head. Williams's conclusion is chilling. He claims the real Jamie Foxx was too deeply involved in Diddy's inner circle, and this replacement was the industry's way of keeping the secrets buried.
Jamie Foxx ain't shit. That nigga gonna make you watch his funeral. Nigga televised his funeral. He ain't even dead. He was just up there. Let me be specific. Anything I say tonight is allegedly, bitch. I don't know shit. I just be up here talking. I love Jamie Foxx, let me say that. I love Jamie Foxx. But his clone, his clone ain't shit. His clone kept on messing up. The clone showed up with a face full of freckles. We ain't never even seen Jamie Foxx with freckles. This clone is stupid as hell. The clone didn't even have a tattoo on the back of his head. I couldn't believe it. I watched the whole thing twice. I still don't know what had happened was. That nigga started the story with, and somebody gave me an aspirin, and 21 days later, wait a minute, what? That sounds like somebody gave you a dick. You got to be more specific, sir. I'm scared of all this. And they don't invite me nowhere because they know what the f is up. I want to see the shenanigans, my nigga, but I do not want to participate. This one I knew I was gonna fuck with Jamie. This nigga was having butt-naked basketball parties. And I love basketball. But I don't love basketball like that, bitch.
Rumors of a Jamie Foxx clone first exploded when he vanished following a medical emergency that kept him out of the public eye for months. To this day, the silence surrounding his actual diagnosis and why he needed to stay hidden has only fueled the fire. Even more suspicious is the timing. Jamie got sick right as the walls started closing in on Diddy, and he only made his full comeback after Diddy was officially sentenced. Is it really just a coincidence that Jamie was off the grid exactly when Diddy's inner circle was being scrutinized? According to theorists like Cat Williams, this wasn't just a recovery, it was a replacement. Williams points to slipping details like new freckles and a missing head tattoo as proof that the man we see now isn't the same Jamie Foxx who was once a staple at Diddy's infamous parties.
Y'all motherfuckers said I was a clone? You motherfuckers really thought I was a clone. Listen, I was having dinner at some eatery in Vegas, and I walk out and my daughter's behind me, and she overheard the dude go, "That ain't that. That's a clone. Nigga Diddy got that nigga. That's a clone. That ain't Jamie Foxx. Look at that nigga, man. That ain't him." But I gotta tell you this, Atlanta, you can't clone this. I brought you too much original shit. It ain't enough clone juice in the world to clone me. I brought you this. Hey, for real though, I'll rock your world.
Now I want to hear from you. Do you think this is all just a massive coincidence and internet myth-making? Or do you believe something much bigger is happening behind the curtain in Hollywood? Is the industry playbook real? Or are we just seeing the human toll of fame? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'll be reading them. And if you made it this far, hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next chapter of this investigation.